Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing my first budget for 2022. I hope you guys are excited just as I am. So let's just jump right on into it. If you're new to my channel, my name is Janelle. I do all things budgeting. I also include work week lunches, grocery hauls, meal planning, lifestyle videos, a whole nice array of stuff, but mostly budgeting. So if that is something that you like, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll be doing a lot of batch recording because I am expecting my first child in a few days, y'all, a couple more days. And so I know that I won't have all the time to be coming in here and doing a whole bunch of videos. This is my dashboard. So I house both my household and personal budget here. Anything in blue is personal bills. Anything in green is household bills. And then I have all of my paydays. My husband gets paid every week. I get paid every 2 weeks. So the ones that have the stars are my paydays. And his paydays, of course, is every Friday. And that's when money goes into that household account. So we are going to turn over and we're going to start getting into some of my monthly goals, check off, notes, top priorities, and then we'll get into the meat of things with what I am working with in terms of budgeting with money. So let's zoom in some. So we have a couple of monthly goals here. So our first monthly goal, and I'm just gonna color it in. I don't know why I wanna be so fancy today, y'all. My first goal is for January. I have my first savings challenge. And that is to save $31. Okay, so that is one goal that I would like to accomplish. My second goal is, with baby coming so soon, not so soon, I take that back. With baby coming so near, I have definitely just been a lot more tired and just not having a lot of energy. I've been just spending money, and I want to, this last week or so, I just want to limit the extra spending that I have going on and just try to purchase whatever I feel like I want to eat or snack on with groceries, and not going to a fast food place. I haven't been doing terrible, but those little, breakfast in the morning or lunch in the afternoon do add up very quickly. And then my last monthly goal, which I just try to do 2 or 3, y'all, not to get all crazy and give myself unrealistic goals, is to try and pay extra to debt. The goal was to only go into 2022 with money on my Discover card. However, I also have money on my PayPal card now. It makes me a little antsy because I know I'm not going to be working for 3 to 4 months. And so I really kind of want to get that paid off. I think I'll be fine once it comes to March. I am hoping, I won't speak too soon about it because I don't want to count my eggs before they hatch, that I'll be getting an actual nice tax return, which will be able to cover some of those things. And then also, after having the baby, we're supposed to be getting a refund and the amount of money that I paid on my old insurance. So between those two, that should be able to cover PayPal and Discover. So we'll see. It may not happen exactly in January, but I will still need to make sure I make those minimum payments. So those are my 3 monthly goals that I want to be able to attack in the month of January. Now off to my check it off items. So these are things that I probably have appointments for, or things that I just need to make sure that I accomplish in the month of January. So one is have baby, y'all. Look, we not keeping her in here no longer than she needs to be. So we need to make sure that we have this baby. Two, I do need to go ahead and renew my license because I have not done that, and I hope I spelled this correctly. But I need to go ahead and renew my license. So I need to make sure that that is taken care of. I need to review all maternity documents for my job and my disability. So I need to do that between like Monday and Tuesday. I also need to make sure that I do my bulk grocery and household haul. And just spoiler alert, because today's like the 9th. We did that yesterday. So I think that we are good for the most part in that area. The big bulk grocery haul is taken care of. I'll still be able to do my curbside pickup and just have my husband pick it up. But that was my check it off items. And then we also have my top priority items. So these are usually like things that are super, super important, kind of, sort of, maybe. But to me, they're my top priorities. So one is to make sure that I transfer savings 1 and 2 to checking. And I'm just going to put 131 just to make sure that on the 1st of February, that money is there and I can go ahead and take care of all of my bills. And then I also need to remember in the month of January, I need to pay my 6-month Geico insurance. So those are going to be my 2 top priorities for the month of January. It's not a whole bunch, y'all. A lot of it's just really taking care of bills as usual and making sure that I keep my life in order. Next is we're going to be filling in the information for my investments for the start of budgeting. So we have here my first investment is I do invest in Robinhood. And my starting balance coming into January is $272.19. Okay. And then my next one is going to be just my regular Acorns account. And that is starting off at $236.88. And then lastly, we have my IRA. And that is starting off at $198.98. Okay, so that is where we're starting off, and we'll see exactly where we actually end for the month of January. So now, y'all, we can get into the thick of things for my actual budget. So let's get on into it. So my actual numbers that I'm getting for my monthly budget is going to be from my annual budget. So if you haven't already, go and check out my personal annual budget for 2022 and also my household budget, because y'all know that I do a household and a personal budget, so you guys can see what I have going on over there. And that is how my monthly budget is going to work every month. So if you don't know, I will not be doing paycheck to paycheck budgets anymore. I will just be doing a monthly budget and then my weekly check-ins. So The numbers that I get here are just going to be from annual budget, and then we'll see what the differences are each month. So for actual income, I am budgeting $1,970, and this is because this is the month that I'll be going into maternity leave, and so I'm taking the bare minimum amount of money that I can potentially make. Income one is budgeted at $1,220. Income two is budgeted at $700, and then my rollover is budgeted at $50, and that's how I get to that $1,970. But then we'll see what I actually get for this month, because I am working up until about 4 or 5 days before her actual due date, and then going on leave. So now we're going to go down to the budgeting side of things. So this is going to be scaled down, y'all. So AT&T is going to be budgeted at $186.38. Acorns is going to be budgeted at $3. Transfer, which goes to my household account, is getting half of what it normally gets, so $225. Cash, which is the money that goes to my Capital One Quicksilver card that covers pretty much my cashless cash envelopes, will be getting $300. I'm not budgeting anything for investments. Netflix is budgeted at $19.47, and there's nothing budgeted for miscellaneous. And that brings us to $733.85. So those are all of my super fixed expenses, if I must say, if worst case scenario came down to it. Now we're down to all of my debt. So Discover will get $35 for their minimum payment. There's nothing on Spark to pay. There is nothing on Citi to pay. There is nothing on Walmart to pay. PayPal is going to get $65. I do have some money on here that I do plan on having to pay off. The goal was to only have money on Discover, but that did not happen. Ashley's One got is getting $96. Ashley's Two is at $50. Great Lakes, which is my small student loan, is at $52, and my auto loan is at $626. And that total brings me to $924 even. Okay, so that is all of my money for debt. And then lastly, we have my, savings. And there's actually, I don't have anything budgeted for any of these, you guys. When I say that I am limiting all of my extra spending, unless I have extra money, then I'm just not budgeting anything at all. So here, our total comes out to $1,657.85. And that leaves me with a remainder of $312.15. Now, I know you're probably thinking, well, Janelle, you have $312. That has already been accounted for because it's going to be my rollover money to go into February. I am, however, expecting that I am supposed to be getting my commissions checked, 2 commission checks this month. So hopefully that extra money will pay dividends in giving me some money to put into savings and to be able to complete my savings challenge of finding $31 in the budget. Even so, I might just actually take it out of that remaining money because that is my goal, y'all. I want to be able to save, and have some good amount of money in my savings, because that's kind of been my weakness these last couple of years is I've been able to pay off debt and get myself back into debt. But when it comes to savings, I never really have enough savings. I may have half of it or just a little bit, and then I'm not able to cover all of my funds. And I think that is the reason why I end up then going back to paying or using my credit cards to pay for things. So savings is very important to me this year. So we'll see how far I'll go to be able to save. But that is my monthly budget for my personal budget, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next one.